This is a Fox News alert. I'm Brett Baer in Washington. For the first time tonight, we have confirmation that U.S. Marines are on the ground in Syria. Conventional troops with a specific mission as directed by the president. These are different from the Special Operations Forces that have already been active inside Syria. Let's get the latest on this breaking story from Pentagon reporter Lucas Tomlinson. He has the details. Good evening, Lucas.
Good evening, Brett. Well, that's right. U.S. Special Operations Forces have been on the ground in Syria for roughly a year. But just today, in a report confirmed by the Pentagon, first reported by the Washington Post, a detachment of U.S. Marines, along with their artillery, M777 artillery units, capable of firing artillery rounds about 20 miles to their targets. So that will bring these Marines very close to the Islamic State's de facto capital of Raqqa, Syria. Now, this increase in American posture in Syria comes just days after the U.S. military sent another group of U.S. Special Operations Forces to Manbij in northwest Syria. It's an increasingly crowded battlefield with Turkish-backed forces, Kurdish groups, Syrian regime troops, and Russian forces. The top U.S. commander in Iraq, which oversees the war against ISIS, said all these forces are within, quote, grenade range. Donald Trump just accepted a plan from the Pentagon, from Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, how to accelerate the mission against ISIS. Here's what Donald Trump said in his joint address to Congress a few days ago.
I directed the Department of Defense to develop a plan to demolish and destroy ISIS, a network of lawless savages that have slaughtered Muslims and Christians and men and women and children of all faiths and all beliefs. We will work with our allies, including our friends and allies in the Muslim world, to extinguish this vile enemy from our planet.
Now, up till now, President Trump has not revealed plans to defeat ISIS publicly. Tomorrow on Capitol Hill, the head of the U.S. Military Central Command will be briefing Congress, the Senate Armed Services Committee. That's General Joe Votel. Expect questions from lawmakers about this ramped-up plan to defeat ISIS now that they're, for the first time, confirmed conventional U.S. forces on the ground in Syria to defeat ISIS, to go along with some other Army units that we've reported here at Special Report, the HIMARS, which fire rocket artillery into Raqqa, which will also be part of this battle, this ramp-up to defeat and crush and ultimately destroy ISIS, which is the president's stated goal. Brett?
Lucas Tomlinson live at the Pentagon. Lucas.